guy, aka Trigger Rankin. Um, Basically, we're just chilling in here today. We're about to listen to a little bit of scandalous, most scandalous Los Angeles TV.
Welcome back to Scandalous Los Angeles TV, where
Bluetooth connected.
exposes. CS. Welcome back to Scandalous Los Angeles TV, where we expose the exposers. CS2 back has been doing everything in his power to put some space between him and Lucy Coochie's actions the other day at No Jumper. Porky has already been online dropping dimes, telling on Lucy and his IEBM team member, Glitter. In this video, you're gonna hear Porky not only attempt to further distance himself from the liability, but he also disses Lucy's entire IEBM team. Ever since Demon Time let the world know that Lucy instructed him to record all of Porky's phone calls, Porky has been on a mission to crash Cannon. I gotta give a shout out to Rockstar 2800. He knows Porky, so he knows how to get the most out of him without any screaming or yelling. Something about the way he calmly inserts his questions and points makes Porky reveal his truest inner thoughts.
You don't feel like Lucy was doing too much? You don't feel like Lucy was doing too much?
I hit that light.
You don't feel like Lucy was
What's
doing
up?
too much?
No, because I don't know what their issue was. I mean, my niggas, some niggas out here in the streets that if I catch, right, then that's what it's gonna be. I don't know, maybe the nigga owe the nigga some money, maybe disrespect the nigga, maybe shot a nigga. I don't know what the
I
nigga
know,
got
right?
going
That's
on.
a weird
That's
question
their
to ask.
business. If it was my business,
Like,
I'd
what
have
you
been
got
in the
going
business.
on,
My nigga
bro?
would have been in the business. Why the hell come out? What?
Bruh, you got, what? Hold on, what happened now? He said, what kind of cheese do I like?
Congratulations, you played yourself.
I mean, come on, bro. Come on, bro. One more time, DJ.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
You know what I'm saying? Like, when you ask me that, I'm looking at that shit like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what? Like, what? What happened now? But yeah.
I come out on some niggas Rockstar and we dealing with a nigga. Bro, if you, the day you pulled up to my shit, if we'd have been maxing the nigga out, that ain't your business. You know what I'm saying? You here to see what do what you do, go do what you do, and then continue your day. Everything ain't niggas' business. Whatever niggas doing, that's what they doing. Now if I'm there and I see some kids or some women, or I see like motherfuckers finna like do a little too much, I might say something. Other than that, I'm not, nigga, I don't know what's happening, nigga. I don't know what this nigga didn't break the motherfucker, molested a motherfucker. I don't know what a nigga didn't do. That's their business. And everybody gotta be held accountable for their business. That's what it is.
So as usual, Porky is trying to distance himself from the actions of Lucy Coochie, a guy that Porky said he handles. He just said, everybody has to be accountable for their own business.
Damn,
Porky telling
son.
Lucy that he has to be accountable for his actions at No Jumper. Porky is making it very clear he wants all of the clout and none of the blame.
When I get fucked up about that video, because if I want to trip out, I don't give a listen. It don't matter to me who put it out.
I was the first one to break the tape.
Because it just, what effect it got on me, I don't give a fuck. It's out, is out. If they want to put it out, whether
Damn, son.
if I was finna be on some bullshit, ain't no, nigga, you bet not. But whatever niggas is doing is what they doing. That's their business.
You're just catching yourself on the shit.
I'm not here.
You're just catching yourself on the shit.
I'm not here.
You're just catching yourself on the shit.
I'm not here.
Rockstar said, what he's getting from this is that Porky is disattaching himself from the entire situation. You guys tell me, is Rockstar crazy, or are you processing the information the exact same way that he is? I think it's clear to anyone with a working brain that Porky is throwing Lucy to the wolves.
Damn,
Listen to
son.
what Porky says next.
To attach to myself, what I'm telling you is, right, is I don't mind the facts. But if, like, niggas just be saying dumb shit, it's just sometimes be like, come on, man, goddamn, you gonna run the content. These run the content, because it's a visual to the content. It's a visual, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, if my niggas would have went to work, it would have went to work. That really wasn't no work. That really wasn't no work. That really wasn't no work. Niggas is still moving. Niggas is still alive and talking.
Shout out to Rockstar again, because he got Porky speaking his truth. Now Porky is explaining the difference between his team and Lucy's IEBMs. He said if his team would have been involved, somebody would be dead. He said Lucy and the IEBMs didn't do no work. Lucy did all of this to earn Porky's affection, and all it did was make Porky go online and say his team did nothing.
If you come up there playing with me, I've already accepted what come with that. We not finna do a nigga like that so he can come back up here. We not finna do a nigga like that so he can come back up here. We not finna do a nigga like that so he can come back up here.
That was probably the only real thing I've ever heard Porky say in all my life. He just said they wouldn't pistol whip a guy half to death and strip him naked, leaving him alive, just so he can heal up and come back up there. You can believe the next time he comes up there, he won't be coming to
Damn,
talk.
son.
Porky is saying that Lucy and the IEBMs don't move the way his team moves. This is Porky making a clear distinction between his team and Lucy's team. Again, telling Lucy that he's on his own.
We gonna get your ass out of here. And whatever come with it, come with it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not playing with niggas at all. Rockstar, respectfully, you done been around me. You know I'm not playing with niggas, bro. I'm not playing these halfway games. I'm not playing these halfway games. I'm not playing these halfway games. If a nigga come up there to do any type of harm or any type of threat with me, my nigga, we going all the way. If a nigga come up there to do any type of harm or any type of threat with me, my nigga, we going all the way.
Porky just said if anybody comes up there to do any kind of threat to him, they're going all the way. If that's the case, how come him and his team stepped back? I thought the guy who came up there had a problem with Porky. So if the guy who came up there had a problem with Porky, and Porky said any problem with him, his team was going all the way, why did his team do the opposite? Maybe these guys have been lying this whole time about the reason all of this happened. Because Porky's team didn't react as if he was in danger. Instead, they all stepped back, like it had nothing to do with him. Whatever the case is, Porky just said Lucy and his team like to play halfway games. I told you guys Porky has been lining up Sweetie Lucy this whole time.
Because what the fuck you gonna leave a nigga halfway to double back for? So whatever niggas thing is, that's they thing. Everybody move for they move. I can't knock a nigga for they movement, but it just be weird, bro. It just be some weird ass shit sometimes.
We done listened to This is what I.
Did you know you could be entitled to a 5 or 6 figure payout if you suffered a serious injury at work, like a broken bone, torn tendon?
Okay, so you caught a couple of juvenile cases along the way. Attempted murders. You know, like my whole record was violence.
Yeah, you just really don't understand how that energy.
We don't fuck with, listen, dog. Listen, the only police we fuck with is the crooked police, is Power Rules and Crips, is gang members. That niggas don't know they gang members. We fuck with them police, them the hoes.
Yeah.
They do everything we need to do. It's a lot of them out here, you know, they pull a nigga over and taking what we need to take that. Them the police we fuck with. So we fuck with police.
Welcome back to Scandalous Los Angeles TV, where we expose the exposers. Porky has really outdone himself this time. Reggie Wright and John over at Bomb First tried to help him, but somehow he still managed to throw himself under the bus. Just like every other time, we've caught Porky in another lie, and this time, it's serious. Today, we're about to prove that he really did go to jail. He really was picked up and brought in for questioning. Now, if you know Porky like we do, then you already know. He lies so much. We can't just focus on just this one. Before we even get into the jail story, we have to touch on some of the other lies he's told recently. I won't take too long on it, but let's go back to that story he told about being CK Wack and how that persona supposedly came to life in Soledad.
And I went to reception, and they put me in cell with a G homie named Baby Wayne from Billistown Power Room. And I think at that point is when my penitentiary training started. You know, because he had
Damn, son.
3 times. The good thing about Baby Wayne was a knockout artist. And when you're a young Power Room in the cell with a G homie, you don't fight. Just because. So, you know, he kind of got me stronger with my push-up game, my physical game, and he made me squab him every day, almost. So by the time I left here, I hit Soledad.
He got his ass beat every day, dude. That's basically what he said. I got my ass beat every day.
So by the time I left here, I hit Soledad. And Soledad was really, that was the birth. That was the birth of CK Wack.
CK Wack.
When I hit that yard. CK stands for Crip Killer. Cause see, I was Lil Wack. From there, I went to CK Wack.
Yeah.
According to Porky, he left Delano State Prison and was transferred to Soledad. And that's where the name CK Wack was born. The only problem with that is that in a separate interview from 8 years ago, Porky said he went straight to Soledad when he first hit the penitentiary at 16 years old.
I don't know where the drug business came from. You know, I went to the pen summers, you know, I was the first juvenile to actually go to California State Penitentiary at 16. So from 16 to 22, I went to like 7 different prisons. You're 19 years old? Yeah, like 19. I did probably like 2.5, 3 years of solitary confinement time, you know. I did probably like 2.5, 3 years of solitary confinement time, you know.
Porky just claimed he was the first minor in the California prison system, being sent to Soledad at just 16 years old. But now, listen to this old interview with Vlad. In this one, Porky clearly says he went to Delano at 16.
Damn,
Delano
son.
was his first prison. So, which one is it? Soledad or Delano?
The prison bus came to Central Juvenile Hall, pulled into Central Juvenile Hall when they left LA County Jail and picked me up from Central Juvenile Hall and took me straight to Delano State Penitentiary.
Now you see right here, look, let me show you. The first one, it was admitted offender with new AOJ, that's adult offender juvenile, okay?
This is your first entrance into the system.
That's your first entrance into the system. He went to North Kern State Prison, NKSP. Now you got to see, he likes to play games. So you gotta understand, North Kern State Prison is Delano, okay? That's old Delano. They have a new Delano, which is a level 4, okay?
The prison bus came to Central Juvenile Hall, pulled into Central Juvenile Hall when they left LA County Jail and picked me up from Central Juvenile Hall and took me straight to Delano State Penitentiary.
He'll try to say, I went to Delano to make you think he's been at a higher level than he been. He was at reception, right? Then, the next prison he went to was SADF, Substance Abuse Treatment Facility, which is the level 2, okay? That's where he paroled from.
I thought Porky said he was 16 years old at Soledad.
Hey, this is your
I thought he said he went to Soledad after he left Delano. See all the lies you have to sift through when dealing with this guy?
He didn't go to my prisons like he alleges, okay? He got paroled. If you see, he got to prison on 131.95. He paroled 4/1/98. He got paroled. If you see, he got to prison on 131.95. He paroled 4/1/98. 95 to 98 is 3 years. I don't give a fuck what kind of arithmetic you try to use with it.
Porky got to Delano in 1995 when he was 18 years old. He paroled in 1998 at 21. That timeline makes one thing crystal clear. It was impossible for him to be at Soledad at 16. If Porky never went to Soledad, then there was never a birth of C.K. Wack. The whole story was built on a lie. Just another chapter in Porky's book of fiction.
Okay? But this is the kind of fraudulent dude that is out here on this internet trying to, you know what I'm saying, pretend to be somebody and something that he's not. You see what I'm saying? Go to the next one. It say return from parole, re-entry 3, which means the county jail. He never went back to the prison. You see what I'm saying? He was in the county jail from 6/2 to 7/25 of 98. Okay? He returned to parole. Then 3 days after Christmas in 1998, same year, he got another violation. Returned from parole, re-entry 3. He went to the county jail. You see what I'm saying?
And making some good points here. I mean, they're making some good points.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
You see what I'm saying? He was returned to parole. Then he discharged on 2/25/2002 from Region 3. Discharged from sentence. Okay? All that talking about he was in there for all this shooting and attempted murders and all of this shit. This motherfucker got one charge of 245 PC A2, okay? Which is assault with a firearm, okay?
So as you just saw, Porky never set foot in Soledad. So all that talk about Soledad was just another lie. There was never a birth of C.K. Wack. That entire story was completely fabricated. Then there's the claim about spending 2 to 3 years in solitary confinement. Lie. Being the first minor in the California prison system. Lie. Being 16 years old at Soledad. Lie. That's 5 lies in one story. Back to back. But this is what Porky does. Now let me show you guys how Porky fell on his own sword. You won't find this next clip on YouTube anymore, because Porky had Cheeseburger Chuck take it down.
Hey, Big Chuck, we just want to talk about when you gonna bring the audio from being talking to them people. We want to know what he said. We can clear all this stuff.
Who is that, bro? That's Deuce. Yo, I just PCK always talking to me. We in the streets. We in you guys got nothing to talk about. Every time he does this, it's the PC mode.
Always notice how Porky reacts when Deuce questions him. He can't stand it. He cuts him off, yells over him, or accuses him of PCing for talking to him on a social platform. But when it comes to DZ from SBGB TV, it's a whole different story. Porky gives him content and plays along.
What's up, Romy?
Okay, yeah, Romy is whack on here. If there's somebody else who's not doing that.
Listen, listen to me. Hey, listen to me. It's real shit, right? We always know what we're doing, right? We always know what we're doing. And believe it or not, right? We are the most supported people of our people on the internet, right? It's a lot we can do. Remember, I'm an industry guy. I'm tired in the labels. I'm tired in the YouTube, right? So what I'm telling you, brother, is like, I called in to you intentionally because I saw you was building. I didn't have to do that. People pay me to do that. I did it. I said, let me call in and give them the content. We always know what we're doing. And I'm saying that to say this. At some point, bro, you run your content, but you gotta have some type of reserve when you're running it. Because remember, it's our content. You get what I'm saying? And then, okay, so doing these type of things, right? There's certain things that, especially when it comes to me as a public figure, right? I own me. You're right. I haven't given you a verbal or signed anything, right? So what I'm saying is, as a brother, I'm talking as a brother. Fuck to people. When a brother is calling in to help you, because I'm giving you. You notice the content I gave you. You've been able to chop that shit up and run with it for about a month now, a couple weeks. Really, a month. At least, right? But it gotta come to some point, bro, to where it's just not like an attack thing. Because at that point in time, listen to me, you as a brother, I'm a businessman, right? At that point in time, just from friend to foe. I called in as a friend, no matter what back and forth was. I chose to stay on the phone. I know, I've been doing this social media shit forever. I know what I'm doing. If I don't fuck with you, I'll never say a word to you. I won't even utter your name. If you see a lot of people, I ignore them. I won't say their name, because the minute I say something to them, I have a conversation with them.
Damn, son.
You get what I'm saying? I know that. I know what I'm doing. If I don't fuck with you, I'll never say a word to you. I won't even utter your name. If you see a lot of people, I ignore them. I won't say their name, because the minute I say something to them, I have a conversation with them. It helps still. You get what I'm saying? I know that. So I'm telling you, brother to brother, run your content, especially gave you content.
Listen, me and you have nothing to talk about established. Chuck, this is what you call a PC move. Bro, stop talking. Why you keep moving the people? Leave our shit in the street. Listen, every time you do this, you saying fuck your neighborhood because you on some PC shit. It's in the street, bro. Leave it where it's at. Me and you don't talk like this. We leave it in the street, in the darkness. Why is it everywhere?
Not in the street. Stop it. I just left that like you ain't in the power rooms, you ain't in consignment, you don't hang in the parts in the garage, remember? Weird ass thing. Stop faking. Yeah, stop faking.
You making Food Town really bad right now.
I'm one of the greatest things that ever came from the 30s, bro.
All Food Town Browns, y'all know when it's street business and up to the disrespect level of me and him, he ain't supposed to do this shit. It's a PC move. I'm gonna mute up Chuck. When he done doing the PC shit, I'll let you.
Well,
I say here to when he done.
Well, I didn't say nothing about me and you. I asked you about the statement that you made. If you stop waiving your Miranda rights, that means that there's a statement in audio. You need to go get that and prove you ain't CS2 back. So that got nothing to do with me and you. That's you trying to clear your name. Don't bring the police. The police can't vouch to say that you're not working with the police.
You got Foot Town bro looking bad right now, bro. We in the streets. You got bro, stop PCing. Don't talk to me on no open platform. You got Foot Town bro looking bad as real cases over there. Why you doing that PC ass shit? I'm gonna do that again, bro. What that got to do with your paperwork? Bring the paperwork and the statement that you made to the task force and the FBI on the Main Street case and the Tupac and Biggie murder and clear your name. You say that the truth can never be considered. Hey Chuck, you know what be funny, right? This would be funny. I'm talking to you, Chuck. I ain't talking. It's when people say dumbass shit, it makes them look dumb. Chuck, I was in the penitentiary from 1993 to 1999. When was Tupac and Biggie killed, Chuck?
96, right? 96.
96, 97, right? I mean up. But I gave a statement on. I mean up.
Let's make sure Wack knows that he ain't fooling nobody. Hey Wack, the Tupac and Biggie murder are still unsolved. That means it's still being investigated right now. We can show plenty of people who were in jail during the time of the murders, who gave statements about the murder. You ever heard of a jailhouse informant? You ever heard about Kenneth Bo Agnew? What about Waymond Anderson? Marion Knight and Studderbox were both suspects in the murder, and you were around both of them during the time investigations were taking place. So you could have very easily been giving the police information you obtained while being around them.
I said you gave a statement to the task force that was investigating that, Greg Cadence, and then the other officer that said you was arrested.
Well, first of all, there were no arrests made other than Cash Jones.
Chuck, if I'm in the penitentiary from 1993 to 1999, what the fuck can I give a statement on, Chuck? Listen, you admitted that Greg Cadence, that you went to the boot down, Graham looking bad. You are saying some of the dumb shit.
With Death Row though, like in
2001. 2001.
Damn, son.
This guy, you don't know what's going on. Stop making the Graham look bad, bro. Leave our shit in the street. It's already up. Chill out. You the master with time. You the master with time. Stop talking to me, bro. Why are you talking to me when it's on? It's on a PC move. The truth first. All I'm talking about is your paperwork. Stop spitting, stop deflecting. When is you going to work? It's so beautiful how they paperwork. For the 64. I don't have no paperwork. I don't have paperwork. I was never arrested, question nothing. I don't have paperwork. I was never arrested, question nothing. I don't have paperwork. I was never arrested, question nothing.
Wack just claimed he has no paperwork because he was never arrested or even questioned. But you guys heard it straight from former Los Angeles Sheriff Michael Cowett. The only person who got arrested was Porky. Reggie and John deleted the clip, so don't bother looking for it on YouTube. Porky swore up and down that he was never brought in for questioning. Remember that.
It's so beautiful by the paperwork. PK1, Lil Watt, Watt 100, or the white boy, or the white boy. Put that on Fruit Down Brown. Or the white boy. Put that on Fruit Down Brown. Put that on Fruit Down Brown. Yes, I told. On Fruit Down Brown. Put that on Fruit Down Brown. Back. On Fruit Down Home. You CS2 back, aka. I'm gonna go get to work.
All right, guys. Now that we've heard all that, and we've heard Porky himself say he was never arrested or questioned, let me show you how he actually threw himself under the bus. But before we get to that, I need to show you how Baum first cut out another one of Detective Michael Coetz's key statements in his interview.
Do you know how she even came to play in the information?
Not fully. To the best of my ability, from what I understand, a lot of people were under surveillance, including Reggie Wright, and that they, somehow got some information on Teresa Swan, who was one of Suge's mothers to one of his kids, and that they basically wrote up a false confession letter and presented that to her to get her reaction, and then that pretty much prompted the confession. Am I accurate there, or am I off on some stuff?
So...
Did y'all catch that? The scene just skipped like something was cut out. Let me run it back real quick so you can see it again.
Accurate there, or am I off on some stuff?
So, Paul Fournier, myself, and Jeff
Clip that
Bennett.
out.
We already know Baum first removed the clip of Michael Cowett, clearly saying the only arrest
Damn,
made
son.
was Cash Jones. They also cut out another crucial part of Cowett's interview. And guess who exposed it? None other than Porky Chumps himself. In a sloppy move to distance himself from the CS two-back allegations, Porky secretly recorded a conversation with Stutterbox, then ran to Clubhouse to play it. But while trying to clear his name, he ended up airing out a segment from Baum first. The exact part Reggie and John edited out to protect him.
Now, this next clip gonna make even more sense to y'all. Right? You heard him say, I told the police, if y'all looking at Wack for doing anything illegal with them trucks, he ain't, which is a lie, because ain't no way they gonna spend $300,000-400,000 watching my truck if a nigga tell him that. Right? Play the next clip.
Play that clip.
Are you talking about Teresa Swan?
Yes, yes.
Teresa Swan was. Do you know how she even came to play in the information?
Not fully. To the best of my ability, a lot from what I understand.
Hey, y'all can get me in the Palmer Cafe. I want y'all to like, subscribe, share, definitely hit the notification piece on one.